All right, well, look now. Look at it. Look at here. My phone screen is now brighter. All right, look at these two perps waiting. I can tell you, when you see them standing there waiting around, and then as soon as I come out of the store, come out of the apartment building, they start walking off. It's hilarious. Because guess what? Guess what, guys? I exposed their shit. Now you see the barcodes, see the barcodes, the UPC codes, right? So I want you to understand how they convince Europeans, right, through their construction of their program, right? And again, it's a false program, right? And we operate under their system, we work under their system, but we don't know the ins and outs of their system intricately, particularly when it comes to how they engage in criminalizing people within the society, in driving false mental illness to, to create an industry, right? The mental health industry, right? In which they make billions of dollars every year, prescribing medications for mental illness that they are constructing within the society, right? But people don't understand how they're doing it. Okay, well, I'm exposing how it is that they're doing it. Look, JNZ 3328, number 32, right? Again, it is constructed, it is created so that they can get away with microchipping the vast majority of people, particularly black people. And I always come back to the book that I read called Dark Persuasion, in which the author, in his extensive research, talked to U.S. government vehicle, of course, right? In which the author talks about New York Predators Dept across the street. Well, let me cross over there. Let me see. Shoot. If I cross over, they'll probably drive off. Probably not. But anyway, look. All right, on my way to the grocery store. Nope. New York Police Department. On my way back, they didn't show up. Why? Why did they show up? Because again, I talked about the UPC code in the, in my garbage bag in my bedroom. So from time to time, they'll run this thing where, because you go to the store and you pick up items and the items have UPC codes on it, then you're guilty, right? Or you get a bag from the store and because the bag on it got UPC code on it, you're guilty. But UPC code is on every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want you to understand their madness. Look, it has the number 32 in the license, in the car number of the, look, right, look. Car number 3230. See? I got a white woman sticking her tongue at me as I turn around. Yeah, this is what they do. And this is, again, this is silent, what is it called? Quiet weapons for silent, silent weapons for quiet wars. Go and read that. That has to do with also psychology, also technology, right? Using microwave radio frequency to manipulate us, using psychological methods, psychological tactics, using covert methods and covert tactics and methods to manipulate us. Why? So they can try to keep us in check, right? Keep us black people, particularly black men, who are tired of living under the oppressions of white people, right? Who have been victimized by this. Matter of fact, all black people have been victimized by white supremacy, the white supremacy system. Doesn't matter if you're a wealthy black person, because you know that when you start speaking out against racism, or you start funding organizations to help black people, that they're going to attack you. They're going to set you up. They're going to strip away your wealth. This is what they do. They'll use women. They'll punish, particularly for men. They'll use women. They'll weaponize you, right? They'll use women to, all of a sudden you start to see women around you, beautiful, nice bodies, smiling at you and, giving you a time of the day when they wouldn't before. That's because they understand who you are, right? And they need to shut you down, right? They cannot allow you to elevate within the society. So they have to do what? As Zaza Ali said in her book, right? White supremacists and the scientific intervention into our affairs. Right? Go read her book, Zaza Ali. So, and again, and you see what, who they attack her, they attack any black author, any black writer, any black activist. It's just the way that, America is designed. And we have been under the manipulation, psychological manipulation through the hypnotism that they've done to us, hypnotize us to ignore our reality, to ignore the truth. And I always say, one of the reasons why white people start to move back into the community which black people live in is because they have conditioned us to the point where, we love them more than we love ourselves and each other. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So even when they move back into our community that we live in, they don't get robbed by the so-called street thugs and street robbers out there, right? It's black people, right? But why they want to rob white people, right? They should be robbing white people, not black people. But they continue to rob black people because, again, that's fear, that deep psychological fear, right? See, they don't fear the repercussion of killing a black person or robbing a black person, right? These are the street thugs, right? These are the so-called gangbangers, right? They don't fear that, but they fear robbing and killing white people, right? Because that is the psychological program. We are conditioned to hate and destroy each other, right? While loving the people that oppress us. Okay? The New York Predator Department constantly using their sirens now. Since I came out of the grocery store and the dude walked past me with the box that had the UPC code on it, because I want you to understand, right? And why? Through remote neural monitoring, through in-home surveillance, right? So they try to make it look like you're guilty, make you believe that you are guilty, and you're not. It's just their way of trying to silence you. Their method of trying to keep you down, right? If you don't play ball, right? If you don't accept being microchipped, right? This is what they do, or they put you in jail. Listen, I always say it's freedom or death for me. So when they and I mean that, okay? We have to be raising the generations, future generations, with a very militant mind, right? With a very militant mind, because they're raising their young with a very militant mind towards us, right? So we have to start raising our children with a very militant mind, right? But we're not, because we're thinking that we're saving our children by not doing that. No, we're not. You're not saving your children, okay? You are giving your children to the wolves. You are giving your children to the wolves so that they can be eaten, so that they can continue to be manipulated like you were, right? Like I always say, black people, we let our young kids, young children join the military to go die for a system that oppressed them, that continue to degrade their lives, their minds. But we won't allow them to join groups to train them how to use firearms properly, to train them how to be disciplined, right? To train them the importance of learning the history, of knowing who they are, the importance of loving each other. We don't do that. We use the church as a substitute, and the church ain't doing shit for us except to continue to be used as a tool to subjugate us, to oppress us, to psychologically manipulate us into being docile, domesticated people. All right? Wake y'all fucking eyes up. Wake up y'all minds. Right? Y'all talking about God give you a mind. Yeah, God give you a mind to think, not to believe. The white supremacists gave you a religion to believe. Right? So keep on believing and see where it's going to get you. White people will vote for their worst criminal and vote a man who is a criminal, who has, who have been convicted of a crime, and they'll put him in the White House. But you nigger-peons, oh, he got a record. Listen, when I hear nigger-peons say that shit, I want to slap the shit out of them. Right? When they know that you have police officers who will carry a black child or a black young man to jail on trumped-up charges, on lies. Right? But white people don't hold their criminals with record to the same moral standard that you do. And you should know better, because you see the truth every single day. telling you, white people got you believing that your savior, which is yourself and each other, you have to be perfect. Where every other group, their saviors are not perfect. Their saviors are racist, murderers, bigots, poison people every single day, right? And they hold them in high regards and high esteem. But you want to play morale like you're some moral people. Look at your children. Look at your young women, highly sexualized. Highly sexual, backwards thinking. Telling young men, black men, that, oh, you want to use a condom with me? You think I'm dirty? You think I'm nasty? And getting upset and wanting to fight, right? When black men are the ones who are the majority of men that use condoms, that use protection. Because why? Because black men have taught the younger generation of black boys and black girls also. But the mothers are the ones that are not teaching these things. Right? So the black boys are beginning to realize that, yeah, I need to be strapped. I need to wear that condom. Okay, I need to wear protection. Meanwhile, our young girls, highest rate of STD infection and transmission, right? Because they got them, even their mothers. Oh, he's cute. That's your type. That's your type. Stop with the type bullshit. Because you know what that type thing does is, like, the men who are not as attractive, who are not these female types, who are working, who are doing what they need to be doing, right? Building, right? Those are the men that those women now, when they're 40 and 50, 3 and 4 kids, want to run to come save them. Talking about, oh, you should be glad to be taking care of me and my kids. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like I said, I got kids and I got children. I raise my children differently. I told my daughter, I said, you're not picking your husband. I'm picking your husband. Okay? Because if you follow your mother, you're going to pick wrong. If you follow your aunties, these females, you're going to pick wrong. Because they don't want to understand what's being done. They're all about their feelings. Right? There's no balance in the female mind. There's no balance. Right? 90% is feeling. The other percent is believing. Okay? Anyhow, talk to you guys in the next video.